Hello everyone, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life. I'm here for another How to Kill a Kit with Style, mixed in with the 12 Days of Summer Scrap Lifts from Scrap Squad. And I'm going to be working with, I think, lift number 3. And I can't quite read out who created it. I can tell the last name is Kramer and that it was created for Hip Kit Club. But hopefully it's popped up there. If you want more information, I'll leave the link down to the Scrap Squad Facebook group. So I just shared with you the other day how I use a really large majority of this collection to finish up and do a Project Life front and back spread for last year's June. And I have just a few pieces of pattern paper left to work with. And very minimal embellishing. Thankfully, I'm almost through with that. So that's kind of my plan. I do have these 2 photos. They are of myself and Nora, so I'm going to title this probably Me and My Girl or something along the lines of that. But she's got her super cute summer dress on and just selfies in the car. I think probably waiting to get Jackson would be my assumption. So this is my starting off point, and I'm hoping that I will kill this kit finishing up this layout. So let's get going. The first thing I need to do is the idea of the mixed media in the background. And so I grabbed a stencil from Vicky Booten. It's just some pretty flowers and some modeling paste. And I'm going to just do a layer of the stencil in a diagonal. I go way diagonal compared to the layout itself, but I like it that way. And then in the back of my head, I was thinking, I am trying to play along with the rainbow theme for Pride. I think it was called the Pride Challenge. I'm not exactly sure, but Lissa from Bangs and Glasses issued a challenge, like a summer challenge, to share a layout based off of every color of the rainbow plus a rainbow layout. And so in the back of my head, I'm thinking, perfect, I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I just decide that I'm going to start with red. Why not, right? That's kind of one of the main colors. I think it starts with red, the rainbow, and that's what I'm going to do. So I took some Shimmer's Mist. This is called Caribbean Sunset. And I just sprayed it, added some water. That's what's in that big old Febreze bottle. I cleaned it out and added water to it, and it's lovely because I never have to refill it because you don't use a whole lot of water with mixed media, just enough to make it a little bit runny, and it's fabulous. And I just kind of spread the color throughout. You can see I had a little mistake there. A little drop of it went off of the flowers, but it's all good. I'm going to cover that up. So I'm going to set this aside and let it dry. I do use my heat gun a little bit, but that was just enough to make it so that when I transferred it from my desk to where it was drying, it wasn't going to do any more little accidents there. And I love it. It's got the nice red to it, and I've now achieved that challenge for Lissa's challenge with the red. So now I need to figure out what I'm going to do. I've got my photos cut down. I'm really not going to use very much pattern paper. I kept looking and nothing was really matching with my photos. I wasn't super happy with it. So I'm going to end up backing them with just a piece of white cardstock and then use a little bit of this fun teal with the polka dot there, which is then going to help me figure out my embellishing. Now, again, super minimal embellishment. So I figured I would work with what I had on hand, and a lot of it is some teals and a few rainbows, which is also kind of fitting that theme, and then just some other little things. So to bulk it up a little bit, because of course I don't have much with this being towards the end, I just went ahead and went into my Shadnee Etsy supplies, and I'm going to use 2 banners, which you'll see just the one at first, and then the word summer, which came from the seasons titles that you can get from the shop, and I'll have the links down below for all of these as well, which is awesome. And then I'm going to add a couple of the summer phrases as well, just to have a couple bulks. And then I also thought it would be really fun to use this little package of goodies. Shadnee's daughter created it, and it's a thanks from her. And so it is a cloud wood veneer that she's colored with some white crayon pencil. And then a white ticket with a cute little heart. It's super cute. and I thought it was adorable. So I went ahead and used that for a layout about my daughter. I thought that was very fitting. And now I'm just trying to follow the scrap lift a little bit. Like the idea of having the cloud, that's what made me think of that, was I saw the cloud in the original layout and the kind of word phrases, and I'm just trying to make it work. It's not going to be exact. I'm not sure you'd even notice it was a scrap lift unless I told you. But just as I say with sketches, same thing with scrap lifts. You take what inspires you and you run with it and you make it work for you. It doesn't matter if no one else can tell that that's what it came from. You know that your original starting off point, your original inspiration came from that, and that's all that matters. All right, so now I'm just going to finish by trying to find a few pieces to tuck in and out here. I really am trying to use up this collection, right? And I just have all these little pieces. I'm just trying to see what I can make fit where and however. I started by using that little sun thing. I ended up like cutting it to get it to slide underneath my photo when I went to glue it down, and that didn't work. So then I cut it into a circle, thinking it could be the sun somewhere, and that didn't work. So I ended up tossing the whole thing, but you can see it there for now. It's all good. And now I think I'm just trying to work with that wood veneer and just adding a few more layers. And then Mr. Baird, of course, is going to come and help as well, because it is never a layout unless Baird gives me his opinion on something. And yeah, I don't think I did too much. I did move one of the rainbows down to the bottom. I like that. It gave off that vibe of the diagonal look a little bit, and then added a strip of the more of the rainbows down there. Just trying to drive that home. And then I'm gonna finish it off because I have all of these little enamel dots and I struggle so much with enamel dots, so I'm gonna make some of these fit. And I do believe I get them in like 5 different places, if I'm not mistaken. I did pretty well, so I'm really happy. I'm super excited about how many little bits and pieces I actually was able to get on this layout without making it look too clustered, including that little van that I seriously was like, I don't know how I'm ever going to get this on a layout, but I made it work because we were in a car, and that's technically a car, and so, well, I drive an SUV, but same thing. So I was like, this is perfect, and so I tucked that little thing in there. I added a little brad onto the headlight, and I'm just so happy. I had added a Ferris wheel and a tent to this as well, which has nothing to do with what we're doing, but whatever. It's summer vibes. It's all good. And it's, like I said, super cute photos. I have sunglasses on one of them. I don't on the other. Why? I don't know. But they're taken within a moment of each other. But my daughter looks super cute. And in line with my albums, I don't think I have a photo of the two of us, just like selfies like that, in my 2022 album yet. So this is a great way to get that in. I do like to have a few of these throughout the year with my kids, just to, be in there too. Not that I don't document myself, because I do. I'm pretty good at documenting myself in my albums, but it is good to have you in the photo with your kids. It's important. So there you go. There's a look at my finished layout. All the links will be down below. Thanks for watching. Bye, everyone.